Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. This time to the Storm Collectibles Sagat as well as the SDCC Storm Collectibles Sagat. Although they are the same figure, there is a color difference. So what I would do is I would go over the articulation of one and then show you the color differences between the two later. Meanwhile, let's jump into the actual video. I want to start by saying Sagat is a monster. Plain and simple. There's no other way around it. There's no other way I can say it. And it shows in figure format. And I gotta say, Sagat is a thing of beauty. We've waited long enough to get him from someone. We got him from Soda years ago. They were supposed to be Capo Toys, and they went under years ago. And now we have Storm Collectibles finally giving us Sagat, and it came out amazing. I know some of you do not like the size of Storm Collectibles. Me personally, it doesn't even bother, because if you're gonna take photos of it or display it, then honestly, that's all that really matters, is how you display and how you play with your toys. So it's really cool to get this iteration of them, which is classic, but also modernized with technology. So with that being said, I want to jump into why he's so cool. This Sagat is gigantic. Like, I don't know if you ever can tell, but review-wise, I've been doing this backdrop for a bit. And as you can see, even in the foreground, he stands with a gigantic aura. He takes up a lot of space. And until I compare him to someone else size-wise, you really won't capture just how big this guy is. So, first thing we're going to do is jump into articulation and sculpt. Now, I got to honestly say, the head looking up isn't really an issue. As you can see here, they use a certain type of peg that just moves forward. And it's on a soft plastic, so he can look up, but you need the help of the backwards articulation to help him look further up. He can look down with no issue. That's actually what's a lot better. But he can actually express himself along his muscular neck. Because of the soft plastic, you get a better range of motion with this guy. So that's actually something I really enjoy about the Storm Collectibles soft plastic. Now, as far as the alternate articulation, they use a butterfly joint. And as you know, it's squeaky, but that doesn't really bother me. If the squeak does bother you and you don't like the way it moves, you can always use silicone shock oil. I found it on Amazon. It's like $2 or $3. Please wear gloves when using it. Just apply small drops in the areas where it's very squeaky. Now, the arm can rotate all the way around. There is bicep swivel. There is an up and down swivel as well. So you actually get a ton of range right here in the arms as well. The arms are double jointed, but because of the way the muscle design is by Kiki, you don't get that crazy double jointed feel, but it is there. The bandages on the arm are a nice off-white, which is really nice. And you have a full rotation of the peg. So if I pop this off, you'll see that it actually rotates. And even if you want to remove the bandages, you can do that as well too. I personally wouldn't remove it because Sagat looks cool with it, but that's just me. So if you do want to remove the bandages and add the different color from the SDCC one, it is totally possible with that on the arms, but not on the legs. So we'd have to swap out the legs as well. Now, as far as the ab crunch goes, he can, went too far forward. Now, one thing I want to note is that because you're moving the ab crunch forward, the neck actually moves in the way. So just keep that in mind. Not like it pops off or it's a crazy issue, but that's something you want to keep in mind. Ab crunch wise, as you can see, he can deal all the way forward. It will leave a huge gap in the back. That may bother some, does not bother me at all. As far as the backwards ab crunch, as far as moving the opposite way, it's going to leave a big crunch of space in the middle, big hump of space in the middle. And it bothers me here a little bit, but it does allow for a better range of motion. Now, I need to push my torso down. That would help with the space issue. And it also helps with the head from falling off. That's a small issue that I have. I'm not sure if it's going to be something for everyone else, but just keep that in mind going forward. And as far as the leg articulation goes, let's take a look at that. Now we're going to stand him straight up. Now, leg-wise, he actually can extend pretty far out. He can extend pretty far forward. And be careful that plastic getting caught right there. But as you can see, he can rotate it all the way up. There is a thigh swivel that is underneath the shorts of that main line. So please be careful. And the knee is double jointed. So if you want to do Tiger Crush, it is still possible. There is also a thigh swivel inside of the blue shorts that allow for a rotation in there as well. So let's say you wanted to do Tiger Crush or Tiger Knee, depending on if you're dealing with the alpha version. I can't remember if it was alpha or not. But my head falling off is becoming quite annoying, but not too much of an issue. It's just a personal annoyance. Now let's see how this articulation looks, Tiger Crush wise. Forgot you got to put the arms up, extend. I want to see how it looks because this is my look on it of the figure outside of the con. So as you can see, knee wise, he can extend it all the way up. So you get that first extension, which is really great. But let's say you wanted the knee to be there for that real tiger crush. And yeah, it gets really good in there. So, see that head? Okay, that's now annoying. So that might actually be on my con list now, the head with the extension. But it may just be me. We'll see by the end of this. And I'll check out the actual SDCC one as well. But yeah, you can extend to get that tiger crush. And this is what's important to me, the way it looks and the way it feels, how it's going to look when you're doing certain stuff. So even now, right? Let's see with the balancing of the leg for the kick. Let's extend this all the way up. Yeah, he can actually hold it. Now let's see the pose hold. Actually, there we go. That arm's supposed to be extended out. Yeah. So overall, outside of the neck peg issue that I'm having right now, I think Sagat actually, full of form, has everything Sagat should need as far as movement and rotation. Now, let's get him posed up in a cool pose. Maybe a Mai Tai stance with his fist up. We'll talk about the things that Sagat comes with. Oh, one thing I forgot to point out. There's toe pivot. And there's generous ankle pivot that extends forward, backwards, and rotates very, very well. I'm pretty sure people saw it, but I didn't explain it, so that was on me. So let's get you like this. Nice pose. There we go. You're looking good. Now let's talk about his hand accessories. So you get 2 closed fists. Then you get 2 hands for holding the, not holding, but if you want to pull back for the tiger shot. Or grabbing your opponent's head, because everyone's pretty much smaller than Sagat. There are very few who are bigger than him. You get 2 karate chopping palms, well, Muay Thai palms, or open palms, depending on how you want to go about it. These are open flat palm action palms. Then you get the spaced out hands. These can be for 3-point touching the floor. These can be for any other type of action shot that require open palms, like blocking, posing, standing the hands back, or just open palm Muay Thai, right? Then you have the extra heads. Now, Sagat comes with a total of 4 heads, which is really cool. You get the laughing head for when you want to crush your arms, do you get that. You get the head when he's looking like he's down and out, being defeated. Now, Sagat having this one eye thing is just great because this dude doesn't even have pupils here. But it's just one of the things that it just looks cool. And then we have the continue face, which I think is a great addition now that they've been adding these in. These look great if you want it to look like you're in mid-battle and he's getting that, just getting whooped. This is a great addition that they started adding, and I hope they add it in as a bonus part for Akuma and the others going forward. It'll look great. And last but not least, you get the tiger shot. This is a huge effect. As you can see, it's pretty big, and you can use it pretty much for other stuff. It's one big hollow shot, so once you put the fist into it, it won't hold, obviously. But fortunately, Sagat does come with, hopefully this doesn't stick to another figure again, he comes with a stand that will hold up his tiger shot. So when you want to do low tiger shot or high tiger shot, regardless, you get a stand to hold it up. And there's a point right here that allows you to put the pieces into it and stand up. And that pretty much concludes all he comes with in the look of Sagat. Now, with that being said, I want to go over the look of the second player color, which is the SDCC color. As you can see, he's more golden bronze. The shorts are more off yellow white. The bandages are much browner. So let's stand you straight up so we can get a straight up comparison between the two, that I don't have to worry about constantly my camera being off focus. So when you compare the two, you can see the big color difference. This guy is less tan, blue, and just off-white. These are more dirtied up, more bronze. The shorts are more white and yellowed. I think it might be a little bit of mismatched color here on mine, but not too much of an issue. But he's more bronze color-wise as far as the upper torso and skin color, which means swapping the heads may be a little bit heavier paint-offs, but if you're a painter, it won't be too much of an issue. Real quick, though, we're going to jump into the size comparisons of that of Sagat. Oh, wait, let me just test out this head thing. I said I would do it. See? Oh, so yeah, it was just that one. Because this guy seems to be having no issues at all. Because before, whatever I did on that one. So it just seemed to be my player one color. So, not too big of an issue. again, it's cool to be able to see that on camera and know that it's a one-off issue. Now we're going to compare this guy size-wise to a bunch of other people and see what's going down. What can I do first? Let's actually do other Storm stuff so we can actually see what this looks like. Here he is next to a Mortal Kombat Scorpion. Here he is next to Vega, aka M. Bison. And the reason why I say that is because now people are starting to learn there was a difference between the two. And it's crazy. Here he is next to Omega Rugal. And I think Sagat, outside of maybe Goro and Zangief, may be the biggest one yet. Here he is next to Alex. I brought out all the big guys with the exception of my Zangief. I cannot find him at this moment. But in pictures, I will do another size comparison. And then here's Goro. So it is true, the only person bigger than Sagat is Goro, as far as Storm Collectibles go. But I'm not done with the comparisons. I want to move some people out of the way. Here he is with Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn is a nice size, but not bigger than Sagat. Sagat is now the second biggest Storm Collectibles figure that I own until I can compare it to Zangief. Next up, we're going to compare him to Character Guile. And last but not least, the Storm Collectibles Ryu. I think Ryu is actually a great height because Ryu should be small when compared to Sagat. He always should be like somewhere up to the chest. Not somewhere close to the chest, but just like where the trunks chest meet. Now what's crazy is when you compare it to the SHF Ryu. Now, if you've seen like Alpha or any concept art or anything like that, Ryu always looks exceptionally tiny next to Sagat. So if you want to do some supersized comparison, looking out of scale but crazy good comparison, this would be the one for you. The SHF versus Storm Collectibles in this case. So I just wanted to show that. Here he is next to the Sota M. Bison, aka Balrog. And here he is next to Vega, aka Balrog. See, it's all confusing at this point, so I see why people would be mixed up. Here are these guys next to you. So he should be taller than him, but he's not, because this is SHF, this is Sota, this is Storm. So trying to finagle this one is a little bit more difficult. Next up, we have a Mezco Batman. We have a Hasbro Lightning Collection Dino Red Ranger. And as you can see, you're starting to see why I said this guy is crazy big. Because he's even hunched over a little. And he's still proven to be gigantic. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Here he is, last but not least, next to an articulated Icons Ninja. And then an SHF Kamen Rider figure, just for random size comparison, who is also tiny. So as you can see, Sagat literally looks at them like children. There's no way around that. They are children to him. And he's appropriately sized for Storm stuff, and even more appropriately sized if you want to do it with other larger scale stuff, even NECA stuff, which I don't have any in front of me, but I'll try to do a picture too. Overall, I love the piece. I'm a little annoyed with the neck joint issue, but after seeing my second player color, I know that it's just a one-off piece, and maybe I need to correct something inside, so it's not too worrisome. Can't add it to the cons list. But if you love Street Fighter, if you love Sagat, this is the ultimate piece, and it's a definite must-have. If you love Storm, it's a total must-have as well, even as a casual guy. It's a great piece. It's solid. It holds together well. There's not too many issues that I can think of with the figure. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. Most of all, hope you do good, be good, drink your water. Later. Real quick, I want to add, this is a add-on after my review. I'm taking the photos. I do want to add that I had to go inside and fix my torso. There was a piece not connected inside, which was causing the neck to always fall out. So that's not really an issue, so I take that back. Yeah, so I just wanted to add that in. And now you know it's fine. You got to just pop off the torso and just realign it if you're having that issue. All right, guys, later.